Hey again. So today is our last Twin Peak character talk for now, anyway, unless I find other things on other characters. But today we're going to start out with our finale with the Superman, in my opinion, of Twin Peaks, the White Knight, the angel, the god, Agent Cooper, or as me and Audrey like to call him, Special Agent. Yeah, so I think the doppelgangers for Special Agent are obviously. We have Dougie and then Mr. C. And so there's really not much to, I guess. We obviously, it's obvious that we know which his doppelgangers are because they were presented to us openly in season 3. But I was thinking a little bit more deeper, because we see Mr. C is kind of like a Killer Bob. And Killer Bob is creepy and not very nice. And we also see Dougie, pretty much like a even sweeter version of Agent Cooper, if that's even possible, because he's an angel. And so with that being said, I guess what I wanted to talk about today for the finale was that I think maybe Agent Cooper's doppelgangers were kind of, I don't know how to say this, maybe not even, maybe they didn't exist until Agent Cooper, in the last episode when we see him in the bathroom. Maybe they didn't exist until then. Maybe they weren't always there. Or maybe they were what I thought was more of the devil and angel of Agent Cooper, something that I think we all kind of have, is this little devil on one shoulder and angel on the other. And that maybe they're not even really doppelgangers, they're just his evil monster side and human beautiful side. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you of what I'm saying, but I see this kind of tug of war, if you will, with Agent Cooper in season 3. And I think Mr. C is more of a Killer Bob than an Agent Cooper. And I see Dougie as more of the friend and gentleman we see of Special Agent. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. I hope you enjoyed all of my talks here about all the, if you listened, and if you haven't listened, then definitely check them out if you like, of characters that I thought reminded me a lot like doppelgangers, I guess, as you will, from the original to the return characters. I enjoy having these talks, and I hope you like listening to them. I definitely want to talk about more Twin Peak scenarios and maybe even more Twin Peak characters if I think about any characteristics or characters or anything of the sort, theories in the future. But till now, that's all I have to say. Bye now. Hey, okay, so let's get started. Today's book review is The Cross Child. Now, I know a lot of people will kind of about it, and some were like excited about it because there's pretty dedicated Harry Potter fans out there. I was I don't know, a little in the middle. I wasn't like going crazy, but I also wasn't like completely like or anything. So surprisingly though enough, it's a lot better than what a lot of complainers out there would tell you. They would say it was terrible. It's not terrible actually. And if you are one of those few people who haven't read it yet, then I highly recommend it actually. Surprisingly, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, because a lot of people were saying it was just really, really bad. Like, it was generic, bad writing, whatever. Like, it didn't make any sense to the original storyline. There's a lot of different opinions about it, a lot of different reasons why it was bad, but just a few to throw out there, I guess, from what I heard. But not at all, actually. It was actually very, very sweet, I think, little added touch to the world of Harry Potter, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, there was a few cheesy parts, that or debatable if needed or not needed in that play. Another playbook, by the way. This is not just a regular book, it's an actual thing that's on stage. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I have read the whole book. I actually read this in like a day and a half. I'm not kidding. I don't know why. I just kind of zoomed through it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing to tell you, but I definitely, I wasn't planning on it, but I zoomed through it, and I actually enjoyed it. It was good. It was good enough for what it was, I think. It wasn't the best thing in the whole wide world, but it definitely wasn't the worst thing. And again, like I said, there were a few cheesy parts. There was a few cheesy parts in it, especially nearing the end, where I was a little about. I didn't know yeah. It has two parts. It's two parts, and I guess if for people who know about it, they know that. Obviously it was based off of the original story by J.K. Rowling. And then I'm not exactly sure if I'm pronouncing their names right, but then John, Tiffany, and Jack Thorne is they're the playwrights, I guess, of the book. So forgive me if I pronounce their names wrong. It's good. It's good. So I hope that excites you enough to read it if you haven't read it. And if you, I just say to each their own, and you like it, you don't like it, you're willing to read it if you haven't read it. I highly recommend it. I think it's definitely not a waste of time to read. It's definitely nothing to bow down to or praise, but it's definitely not thing to turn noses to either. Again, I guess you can say I'm kind of in the middle, like I was before I read it. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you enjoy this book review, and if you did, I'll have more in the near future. So bye now.